Hi, so today we're going to be doing bedpan. So the first thing I'm going to do is my introduction. Good morning, Miss Jones. Can I do a bedpan on you today? She says yes. I check for her identification, making sure that's Miss Jones. Okay, I'm going to go gather my supplies and wash my hands. I come, I close curtain, I gather my supplies, and now wash my hands. The first supply I have, and what I'm going to do first with my clean hands, is I'm going to put out my big barrier on the table and then bring over my supplies. So it's going to be one hand wash towel, a privacy blanket, the actual bedpan, another disposable barrier, and then the tissues. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to open curtain, close curtain, come in. Okay, Miss Jones, I'm back. So first thing I'm going to do with my clean hands is I'm going to put the privacy blanket on her, and then I'm going to lift pull the bed up to waist level to promote body mechanics so I don't hurt myself. And so also I have more access to Miss Jones. Okay, I am now going to put the rail down so I have more access to Miss Jones. And I'm also going to grab from the covers that are under the privacy blanket, take them off under the privacy blanket, put them at the foot of the bed so they're not in my way. So after putting on my gloves, I'm going to fold the privacy blanket just a little bit, exposing her side just a little bit. So we're going to turn Miss Jones on 1, 2, 3. I'm now going to get my barrier and lay it out across the bed. Okay. Lay it out across the bottom where I know I'm going to put the bedpan at. Okay, just like so. Okay. Now I'm actually going to grab the bedpan and I am going to size it to her buttocks, just like so, scooping it in to her butt so that the bedpan stays under her. Okay. Miss Jones, come back on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, after putting Miss Jones successfully onto the bedpan, this is not my dirty hand, so I'm going to isolate this hand because I've touched the bedpan. And I'm just going to adjust her a little bit more to her comfort where she's not so exposed. Okay, with my clean hand. And with my clean hand, I'm going to lift the railing. Okay, and now I'm going to take off my gloves. Okay. Okay, and put this on my dirty side. I'm going to sanitize. Okay, and now I'm going to position her legs, so make sure that they're bent in a bathroom-like sitting position, both legs, to her comfort. I am now going to raise the head of her bed while putting down her knees, so that way the bedpan does not slip. So after putting Miss Jones in a sitting position with the knees down, I am now going to lower her bed down to a safe level. So that I'm now going to put dispose of these gloves, sanitize. Okay, and I'm also sanitized. Okay, and I'm also gonna put the towel, her hand wash towel, and her wipes where it's able to reach in her table in a reaching area. Okay, Miss Jones, and I also give her call light and I sanitize. Okay, Miss Jones, if there's anything else that you need, once you're done, just call me. Okay, so I go, I leave, I close curtain, I wash my hands. After she's already called me with a call light, I'm now gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna come in, close curtain. Okay, Miss Jones, did you wipe yourself? She says yes, so I don't have to do that. Did you wash your hands? She says no. Okay, so I'm going to wash your hands for her. And to promote independence, I would usually ask my resident to, give them the napkin so they can wash their own hands. But just for now, I'm going to wash Miss Jones's hands for her. Okay, loosen the soil with linen. Okay, sanitize hands. Okay, Miss Jones, I'm now going to lift the bed up to waist level. Like I'm now going to lower the head of the bed down. While she's laying down, I'm going to ask her if she can lay out her legs. She lays out her legs just like so. Okay. So after sanitizing and now putting on my gloves, I'm now going to put the rail down just like so. Okay, Miss Jones. So I'm now going to expose a little bit of her side just so it can get out of the way when I turn. I am now going to make sure that I hold the bedpan on the bed so that way when I turn her, it doesn't spill and I don't get the bed full of feces. Okay, Miss Jones on 3. 1, 2. So after flipping Miss Jones and making sure that I hold the bedpan, I am now also going to grab the barrier at the same time and pull out. Okay, Miss Jones, come back on 3. 1, 2, 3. She comes back and lays down. Okay, I'm still having this hand. I'm going to now slip the the barrier over the bedpan for dignity. And I'm going to isolate this hand while I have the bedpan in my hand. I am going to bring up the rail with my clean hand and put the bed down at a safe level while I go to the restroom to dispose of the feces. I dispose of the barrier. So let's say I dispose of this. I'm going to check for abnormalities. Go and jump into the toilet. I rinse, dump, to 3 times. I flush and then pat dry the basin and put it in its designated area. I'm now going to take off my gloves and dispose of my gloves. Okay. And I also wash my hands. I come back to Miss Jones. I am now going to put the cover of the blankets over the privacy blanket and then take off the privacy blanket from down under the covers. Okay, this belongs into the soiled linen, so I'm now going to put everything in its designated area. Soiled linen, obviously this was already in its designated area. The barrier right here on the table gets disposed. This goes to where the resident wants them, if it was in reach or if it's in their drawers. I then also dispose this into dirty linen. This is already trash. This is already trash. Dirty linen. I then wash my hands, pull my supplies away and whatnot. Okay. I come back to Miss Jones. Okay, Miss Jones, is there anything else that you still need while I'm here? She says no. I then hand her call light. I go and open curtain. I then wash my hands and completion of skill.